talked about enjoying the win the other night and turning the page. So is today the day that you turn the page and look forward here? And
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, we don't really know what day we're going to get going, but we had a long day yesterday, so getting in, kind of regrouping today, get a little workout. Obviously, we're going to have a couple meetings and start worrying about the future now.
how about the task at hand and the challenge of the Oilers?
Yeah, we should be super excited. This is a rivalry that we love playing against, and obviously a couple special players over there that we should take a lot of pride in these games. And I know we have, going back to game one of this season, and obviously they're going to be hungry to play against us for obvious reasons this year. So should be a good series.
Is towing the physical line, JT, tougher against that power play that just lit it up in the first round for the Oilers?
Yeah, they're just, I mean, you can shut down their normal setup and then they kind of just start doing their own thing, and it makes it very difficult because you don't really see that too often. So, I mean, the recipe is pretty simple. You got to try to take as few penalties as you possibly can.
How much is it going to help that, whether it's you and Lindy rotating against whatever matchup, the fact that you've got another proven guy down the middle at this time of year?
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the deal. We just gotta play our game. I mean, you could talk about playing defense and shutting whoever you want down, but when we play, Canucks hockey, we're in your face and play in their end more than we play on our own. So you're not going to eliminate all the looks when you play against, a guy like Connor. But he's like I said, we've proven that this year. Like when we focus and play our game and worry about ourselves, that we can have the results. So try to keep it 5-on-5 and just got to bear down when you're one-on-one battles. The message doesn't really change.
What can you take from the 4 games that you did play against them already this year?
I don't think we're really I mean, maybe a couple system things that worked, but I mean, you got to imagine that, the playoffs are a whole nother animal. I mean, you can use the Winnipeg and Colorado thing from the regular season. I don't think it means a whole lot. I think that they know what they need to do in the postseason, and they obviously played really well so far to this point. So both teams are hungry for their own purposes or their own reasons, and like I said, it's a highly anticipated battle for us.
You said before that last series that the guys that you looked up to, even when you're playing the guys in the playoffs, and O'Reilly was one of them, you spent a lot of time against him. What did that mean to you in that series?
Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, when I was trying to establish myself in the league, he was one of the players I watched a lot, and to have a lot of shifts against him this series, it was fun. It's a battle. It makes me want to focus even harder starting in the face-off circle. He's just so solid. He doesn't really give you much, and he's obviously been around a long time. He knows his strengths, so he's one of those guys that we talk about not cracking. I mean, he doesn't really crack. He stays with his game, and it was a hard-fought series.
So is McDavid the ultimate challenge if you end up spending a lot of ice time against him?
Yeah, it's just different. Like he's different than anybody. I mean, you could play what seemed like a perfect shift, and all of a sudden he's gone. So it's about changing at the right time and making sure if he's going to do something, you got to make him go the whole length of the ice with even numbers coming up the rink. I mean, if you give him odd man breaks all game, they're going to get opportunities, and he scores a lot like that. So you just got to limit them. I mean, he's going to get chances. You got to make sure we're trying to keep him to the outside as much as possible. And when he's on the ice, you can't turn the puck over because it's going to hurt you.
JT, She Loves has become a bit of a cult hero in the last week or so here. What's he like away from the ice? He doesn't say a whole lot with us.
I don't see him a whole lot, to be honest with you. He's Clarky's got him in a chokehold right now. He's I don't see a whole lot of him. We say hi to each other. A little extra smiley since the incident with him, but it's I don't know. He just kind of goes about his business. I know he works really hard, and he's obviously learning a lot right now. This is an important time for him, and I'm sure he's feeling confident, feeling good about himself, which is that's really important.
I gather that shirt's on sale right now. You might pick one up for yourself.
I heard this morning. Now we'll see. I don't want to give away the secrets yet.
Whether it's odds makers or analysts, obviously they're favored. Rick talked about embracing that, and you guys have kind of done that all year. Is that the approach? Is there a benefit to sort of embracing that underdog role in a series like this?
Well, just because I don't think we view ourselves as underdogs by any means. Like that's out of our control. We're not worried about that. We're another clean slate. We get another chance to re-rack and go again, and against a good test. It doesn't matter who you're playing in the second round. I mean, they got there for a reason, and it just so happens to be one of our rivalry teams, and it's going to be an emotional, passionate, hard-fought series, and that's going to be good for us.
JT, this organization, you have 4 players and and Talkett, who were nominated for year-end awards. So what does that mean to the organization and the group that, you know, players and the coach are getting nominations and being viewed by the league as some of the top in their fields?
Well, I think it would just speak to the team, you know, and it's the way that we're playing, and obviously starting with Jim and Patrick putting us in the position we're in, and then, you know, going down to the coaches and how much work that they've put with us since they've been here a year and a half ago, and the players. I mean, obviously, like, this is a team, you know, and when we work together as a team and accomplish things, people are going to get rewarded, and it's been a fun year up to this point. Obviously, we're not worried about individual things right now. I think that all the guys who are nominated will tell you that, and you know, I think it just says more about the group, and you know, as like a family, we talked about becoming a family early on, and you know, it's exciting coming to the rink again in Vancouver, and I think that all the team success reflects the personal success, or other way around.
How nice is it to have this extra few days?
Yeah, very nice. Just you know, make sure your body's feeling really well and mentally you're prepared for another round, and then you know, just getting our systems and whatever we need to work on to be ready for Edmonton and be prepared as we possibly can be.
With a lot of it about mindset, how would you describe the feeling in the room today and right now as you guys start to gear up again?
I think everyone's excited to. You know, we won one round and it's exciting, but I don't think anyone's, you know, hanging their hat on that. And I think that it's on to the next, and, you know, we'll look at the film today and practice the next 2 days, and I'm sure everyone's going to be really excited to play.
Can you take anything from the season series, or was that too early to get a real true gauge?
Yeah, I'd say too early, and, you know, since I've been here, I probably played these guys 25, 30 times, especially with the COVID year. We played them 10 times, so definitely have a feel for, you know, how good they are and what their team is, but I think that'll probably get, you know, elevated even more.
You were targeted in the Predators series. What do you expect from the Oilers at even? We talk so much about their power play, but what about at even strength? What do you expect, and what do you have to do?
It's a good question, and I'm not completely sure yet. You know, I think that we haven't watched any of the film yet or done anything, but as far as the number one thing probably being is trying to keep McDavid to as limited his chances as he has, and probably same with Draisaitl, and stay out of the penalty box. I'd say that's the main things.
Quinn, there's a lot of talk throughout the season about learning how to play in uncomfortable moments. Did you guys feel like all that work in the regular season and 0-0 games, 1-1 games helped you guys a lot in that opening series?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we didn't score too much, and we didn't. We had our looks, I thought, especially in Game 6, but we didn't create necessarily as much as we normally do. But we didn't give them much, and you know, our goalies played big for us, and I thought we defended really hard, and we were able to win the series because of what you just said. We were comfortable with the 0-0s and trusted our system, and that we would be able to get our looks when we needed them.
What you're looking to lean on here in the second series, just the way you guys have played defensively, especially it felt like it went to another level in the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure, but I also think every series has its own flow or agenda or whatnot, and I think that, you know, it'll be a different look, and we won't know until Game 1 and Game 2 until we get into this thing.
Quinn, speaking of goalies, can you talk to us a little bit about Shilovs? He's kind of become a bit of a cult hero. What's the feeling around him in the locker room?
I think that he just did a great job, and he's a young guy, but obviously very competitive, and moment wasn't too big for him, and really happy for him, and really happy for our team that we have another guy like that.
Does he speak in the locker room?
No. No.
Quinn, you're an American, but you've been here long enough. Like, do you sort of grasp the significance of two Canadian teams now going head-to-head and the last two Canadian teams in the playoffs here?
Yeah, I probably don't, but I think once this thing gets going, we will. But obviously it's two markets where the hockey is so important to each city and so important to the people. So it's going to be a really, you know, competitive series, I'm sure, and I'm sure the fans will enjoy it and whatnot. But as far as you know, players, I think we just got to worry about you know, what we can control and doing what we need to do.
You guys have taken pride in sort of, you know, smashing the narratives that have surrounded this team. Coming into the season, midway through, you lose Thatcher in the first round. They're obviously heavily favored betting markets analysts. How do you approach that side? Do you embrace an underdog role in this one?
I mean, I don't know if we're an underdog or if anyone's expecting us to win. I have no idea. All I know is what I know, and I'm just trying to put myself in a position where I'm best prepared to play my best hockey, and I think that's what everyone on our team's trying to do.
There's that great seam pass that the Oilers like to execute with Draisaitl down low, even at even strength. How do you have to defend them, Quinn, at even strength, because they attack, they activate their D? It seems to be a different dynamic at playing against them at even strength.
Probably just as a 5-man unit and be connected, and I don't think anyone needs to do it alone. I think we just need to play to our system and do it well.
That boy is our last hope.
No. There is another.
It's special. I don't know if we've won one yet, so we're up to the test.
Joseph Wall.
Generational talent. Thanks for liking the video and subscribing.